What's up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in to BODHI. My name is JJ. We've got Casey that's going to demo some postures, all the postures for us in class today. We will start class on our backs. So once you get to your back, let's bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees split apart. And if you find that this posture is tugging on the inner knees, you're more than welcome to grab 2 blocks on either side of the legs and just provide a little bit of support for those legs. You can let the inner thighs soften. Close your eyes and arrive. Use your breath to become present. The next time you breathe in, I'm going to hold the breath inside of your body. Retain the breath inside. Internal kumbhaka. Sip some more breath in through the nose. Sip some breath in through the mouth even. And let it go. So I like to use my hands on the outer legs to bring the legs together. Yeah. Hug your knees in towards your chest. All right. Keep the right leg in, extend your left leg forward. Yeah. So you're trying to get the top of your left thigh bone imprinted in towards the mat. Let's take the hands behind the right leg and reach your right foot up towards the ceiling so you get a nice little hamstring stretch. Couple breaths into the back of that right leg. Left leg's active. It's like you're standing flat against a wall in front of you with the bottom of that left foot. So if you have a towel or a strap at your house, you can put the strap on the foot. Now we're going to create external rotation in your right leg, right? So you're going to roll the right leg out, right? Holding the strap with the right hand, bring your left hand to your left frontal hip point. Right? So you're going to do your best to keep that left hip down. Right? As you let that right leg slice over towards the side without letting that left hip get light on the mat. Right? So, keeping the weight distribution between the 2 hemispheres of your pelvis even. You want to use those little pelvic floor muscles to try to shoot your right heel away from the pelvis. Nice. So we're going to be doing a lot of external rotation in the legs today. We're going to do a warrior 2 today. All right, so bring that right leg straight up to the middle. You can release the strap and we'll switch. So hug your left knee into your chest. Hands behind the left leg, reach the left foot up towards the ceiling. So the hard part about this is to try to get the top of your right inner thigh down towards the mat. Yes. Couple breaths into the back of this left leg. All right, so let's work this external rotation, this left leg. You're going to turn your left leg out. Right. And with the external rotation of the left leg, just let that leg slice over to the left side. Right hand on top of your right hip. Just keeping that right hip grounded. So the greater trochanter, the widest part of your hips, is going to turn towards the bottom foot. And what that is going to do is to help facilitate some length on the inseam of the left thigh. It's just a little foreshadowing for our class today. These first poses here's telling you a lot what we're going to be working on. So bring that left leg straight up to the sky. Ditch the strap. Yep, hug your knees into your chest. Find tabletop position, however you like to get there. So you're on your hands and your knees. Shoulders over the wrist. Ground through the knuckles. Right. So from tabletop, you're going to lift your right knee off to the side in line with your pelvis. So it's like a little dog, big fire hydrant. And more times than not, our left hip tends to just swing off to the side. We want to imagine that we're flat against the wall on that left side. You keep lifting that right knee up high. Yep. All right, place the right knee down and lift your left knee straight off to the side. It's like you're trying to lift that left knee up to the height of your pelvis. Right, ears in line with the shoulders. Just ask yourself if your right hip is going way off to the side or gripping the right hip to the left. Yeah. Couple breaths here. Place your left shin down. Right leg, same thing we did last time. You're just going to lift your right knee off to the side. Right. And now your left arm is going to come to a cactus position. You're just going to goal pose that left arm. I don't know what this pose is called, but I know it's annoying for sure. All right, come on down, let it go. Right. Left knee lifts straight off to the side. And your right arm's going to go into a goal post position off to the right. And it fires up all these little muscles that you didn't even know you had. And it's over. Place your left shin down, right hand down. All right, I'm going to raise the stakes. Tuck your toes under. Hover your knees just a little bit. In case you might know it's coming. All right, so with your left knee hovering, do the same thing in your right leg that we've been doing. Lift that right knee off to the side. Ay, ay, ay. Now that left arm, decide if you want, goal post that left arm. And it's so hard to stay up. It's actually pretty good, Casey. Good job. I'm just messing with you. Come on down. Left hand down, right toes down. All right, right knee hovers, left leg, little dog, big fire hydrant. That left knee slices over to the side. Right arm, maybe a goal post shape. Oh, stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. Right hand down, left toes down. Down dog, lift your hips up and back. All right, come to plank pose for a second. Plank pose is a good ruler to set you up nicely for the down dog. So from plank pose, try not to shuffle the feet that much. Lift up to go back, downward facing dog. Yeah, arms straight. Kneecaps draw up. Right, front ribs to the front pelvis. Just keep it nice and simple. Step the right foot forward. Drop the back knee down. Bring your hands to your front knee thigh. Right. Lift yourself off your pelvis. Lift your arms up over your head. Really, really go for it. Keep climbing your spine all the way up, gluing your scalp to the ceiling. Yeah. Look up towards the thumbs. Just take a full breath in. And then exhale, place the hands down. All right, pull your hips back so you straighten your right leg, half Hanuman. Ardha Chandrasana. Yes. Getting the spine as long as you can. Walking the spine forward, forward, forward. as your right thigh bone pulls back into the hip socket. So Casey, you walk your hands under your shoulders. Pull your toes back towards your hips, the right toes, yes, dorsiflexion. And now all you're going to do is externally open that right leg. So you're going to point your right toes to the right. And that movement comes from inside of your right hip. Right. And now just try to scrub the front heel backwards so much that that right foot accidentally lifts up off the floor. Right, place the right foot down, point your right toes straight up to the sky, and then make a square in your front leg. Bend the knee over the ankle. Tuck your back toes under. Get light on your fingertips. You're going to lift that left leg to straight. Yes. Now I'm going to slide a $100 bill under your fingers so those fingers just hover above the mat. You got to tap into the support of your low belly. Right. Legs are working. Crescent pose, just come straight up, reach up, and look up. Yeah. Strengthen the legs, lifts and motivates the sides of your spine up evenly. Bottom sternum buries. Tops of the ears lift up. Gaze lifts up. Maybe the palms kiss. Full breath in. Exhale, hands down. Step to plank pose. And pull back to downward facing dog. Right, please step your left foot forward. Drop the back knee down, hands to the front knee thigh. Right, hands pushing into the front leg, elevates the spine up out of the pelvis. Yeah, arms lift up. Few breaths here. Shift the gaze up. If you reach up enough, the palms move towards each other. Full breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Pull your hips back so your right hip is right over your right knee. Right. And then it's forward to fold over the front leg. Forward to fold. Directing the breath to help unravel the tension in the back of your left leg. So let's walk your hands under your shoulders. Dorsiflexion in the front foot, meaning pulling the toes to the back of the mat. And you're going to angle your left foot off to the left, externally rotating that left leg. Right. And focus on drawing the left thigh bone back, scrubbing the left foot back so much that it accidentally just pops up off the mat. And it's a lot more than meets the eye with this one. All right, it's over. Left foot down, left toe straight up to the sky. Bring the center of your left knee right over the center of the ankle. Curl the back toes under, and the right leg goes straight by lifting the top of your inner right thigh. Fingers are light, fingers hover. And just push your feet down and lift your torso and your arms straight up for the crescent pose. So working to make a square in the front leg, top of the left thigh parallel towards the floor. Upright position in the pelvis. Working the right leg straight, lifting the inner body up, go up through the outer shoulders, go up through the outer arms. Look up, breathe in, exhale, hands down. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Lift your hips up and back. Right, walk your feet forward to your hands. Bring your hands to your shin bones. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. So, yes. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Half extension. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift your head up. And exhale, fold. So lift your head up. Inhale, stand up. Reach up. Look up. Exhale, pull it to the heart. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale your heart forward. Hands all the way flat. Step to plank pose. Inhale and plank. Right, keep thinking up as you bend your arms to go down. Exhale for Chaturanga. Drop to the mat, all the way to the floor. Point the toes back. Hover your hands right above the mat. Right, chest peels up. Your legs peel up off the mat. Nice. Now be more interested in the length rather than the lift. Right, so your sacrum is pushing the heels backwards as your spine pulls forwards. Hands flat, feet flat, upward facing dog. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, rebounds you to the downward facing dog pose. Your heels and your head lift. Bend your knees, squeeze the breath out, and then walk or jump to the hands. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach, look up. Exhale, pull it into the heart as you get a little taller. Inhale, circle your arms out and up. Hinge your hips and fold all your breath out. Inhale, chest forward. Keep the chest going forward as you step or go direct. Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the feet. Exhale, lift your hips up, downward facing dog pose. So check out your landing pad. See where your feet are going to land. Bend your knees. Empty your breath. And then use your inhale to get up to the front. And extend your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up for yourself. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, open up. Palms ground, stepper, propel the legs. Inhale, roll over. Nice, you did it at the same time with those feet back there. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right? Keep wrapping your outer arms down as you lift the head up. Bend the knees, squeeze the breath out, and then spring. Inhale, look up. Exhale, turn in. Inhale, we rise, reach, look high. Exhale, pull it into the heart. All right, we're going to go tree pose. Left foot plants. Right heel slides up towards the left inner thigh. Yes. And just remind yourself that it's not so much about how much that right knee comes behind you. You're trying to keep the bony frontal hip points, the ASIS, facing straight ahead like they were headlights on a car. Reaching your right inner thigh away from the pelvis. Lift your arms up if you want. Look up if you want. You might even find a little back bend up top. And try this out. Just close your eyes. Are they closed? All right, it's over. Release. Hands down. Place your right foot down. All right, same pose, different side. Left foot slides up the right inner thigh. Left foot, right leg, they are pushing into one another. And then imagine there's a little weight tied to the left sitting bone, and that left sit bone drops down to the floor. Reaching your left inner knee away from the pelvis. Side waist lift, side ribs lift, your arms lift up. It's your spine that lifts the gaze up towards the thumbs. Potentially finding a little back bend up top. And then try this out. Close your eyes. All right, it's over. Place the left foot down. All right, so inhale, circle your arms out and up. All right, pull your hips back and down. Sit low into your chair. Right. And it's only when the hips get to the height of the knees, that's when you turn the sitting bones into the hamstrings. All right, chest on your legs, hands to the mat. Exhale, push your hips up with your hands. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, step or jump, Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Spin the back heel to the mat. Pause. Right. Strong, stable left leg, and your left hip is going to wrap around your left leg towards your right foot. And come straight up to where you want. Just one breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step to plank. Bend your arms if you want the Chaturanga. Inhale, pull your spine forward out of your legs. Exhale, lift your hips up. Inhale, stretch your left leg back and up. Exhale, step in between your hands. Turn your back heel to the mat, pause. So heel to heel alignment is going to be the hardest version of this pose. You can be a little wider if you want. Right, as your left outer hip turns towards the back foot, right, your right hip turns towards the front foot. Push the feet down, lift your torso, your arms up, just one breath in. Exhale takes you to plank pose. Bend your arms for Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Keep trying to pull your hips over your heels. Bend your knees, look to the front, as light as a feather. Get your feet all the way in between the hands. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Drop the hips. Inhale, lift the arms. Push your feet down to stand up. Exhale, pull it into the heart. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Step or jump back. Exhale. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, right foot to the front. Back heel turns. Just one breath. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Optional Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, left foot forward. Back heel turns. One breath. Up, 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 up. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Chaturanga. Roll over the feet at the same time. There it is. Inhale. Exhale. A few breaths here. You've got the handstand in the arms, looking forward, bending the knees. Fly up there to your hands. Inhale. To fold, exhale. Drop the hips. Inhale, lift the arms. Push your shin bones down to stand up. Maintain that height. Exhale, bring it to the heart. One more sunbeam. Inhale, sit low. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Step or float. Exhale. Inhale. Yes. Exhale, right foot forward. Left heel spins. Inhale, reach up past your fingers. Exhale takes you all the way back down to the bottom of a push-up. Inhale, lifts the back of the heart. Exhale, steps the left foot to the front. Back heel turns. Root to rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Vinyasa. Up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Please place your knees down to the floor. Sit behind the feet. Lie down on your back. We warmed up? Yep. All right. You can just lie all the way down. All right, bring your knees into your chest. And reach your arms up. Lift your shoulders and your head up off the floor. So imagine there's a big avocado between your chin and your sternum. Right, shoot your left leg forward, right above the mat. Now, this right leg, you're going to let it fall off to the right side. Just let that right leg fall over to the side. Yes, without letting that left hip lift up. I know. You've done this one before? Yeah. I feel like you'd remember it if you did. A little odd, right? How does it feel? Great. Right, close those front ribs. Try to lift the ball. There it is. Nice. Reach your arms back just for this last one. When it's over, just relax. Hug your knees into the chest. A little breather, a little intermission between our two sides. All right. Lift your arms up. Curl your shoulders and your head up off the floor and shoot your right leg forward. Yeah. So the feet are participating. The balls of the feet spread, the toes are alive. Right. And then keeping the pelvis level on the mat, just let that left knee fall straight off to the side without letting that right hip lift up. Yeah. Yeah. And just observe what happens in this pose. We're going to hold it probably a little longer than you'd like to hold a pose like this, but it is good for you. Reach your arms back over your head. Close the front ribs, shoulders lift. And it's over. Relax. Hug your knees into the chest. Tabletop position. Right. So from tabletop, just like we did in the beginning of class, you're going to lift that right knee straight off to the side. That would be on an inhale. On your exhale, bring your right knee beside the left knee above the floor so it just hovers. And then inhale, pick the right knee up off to the side. And as you exhale, hover it down. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, bring it down. One more time. Inhale and exhale. All right, place the shin down. Step your left foot to the plank position. Bottom ribs lift. Same thing, a little different scenario. That right knee is just going to pick straight up off to the side. And we're just going to hold it there. We're just going to keep it there. Yes. And the back of your pelvis releases away from your head. Keep lifting the right inner knee up. Yeah, bring your right knee into your chest. Three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Turn your back heel in. So I'm cool with heel to heel alignment. If you like the Iyengar way, front heel to back arch. We're going to go warrior two. Left arm's going to drag you up. Virabhadrasana B. In those outer right hip muscles, those muscles that we just felt working for us, those muscles are engaged here. And we're after length on the inseam of that front leg. Right waist is compact. Arms pulling apart. Soften your gaze. Trace your breath. All right, let's come to plank pose. Bring your hands to the mat. From plank, place your knees down, tabletop. Right. So same thing. Put an imaginary wall on the right side of your body. Right. Not letting your right hip go off to the side as you lift your left knee up to the height of your pelvis. And then on your exhale, bring that left knee down to a hover, and then inhale, lift the left knee up. And exhale down to a hover. So a couple times. Inhale, exhale. Glute medius muscle is the muscle that does this movement. And then exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, place the left shin down. Right foot steps to the plank pose. Right. Left knee lifts up to the height of your pelvis. Right hip grips in. Iron out the wrinkles on that left waist. And pretend to enjoy it. Head lifts. Bring your knee in towards the chest. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step through. Back heel pivots into the mat. Heel to heel or heel to back arch. Right arm's going to drag you up to Virabhadrasana B. Oh, it always does that on this left side. Yeah. It's really grounding to the outer edge of your back foot. Right? Pushing the center of your left foot down. Right? And when you can get your knee over the front ankle, you can use the shin bone and you're driving the shin bone down into the floor. Resisting the front knee forward. Getting the bottom of your left leg really engaged. It's the hammock that holds you up. Let the top of this front leg release. It's so hard to do. Let the quadriceps slide down. Let the sides of the legs release down. Yeah. Sacrum releases down away from the back of the skull, lifting up. Karate chop the wrist back as you look forward to the space around your left hand. Yeah. And you find this dynamic stillness behind all your work and rest in the effort. It's like 196 Yoga Sutras, I think, and 3 of them pertain to the asanas. And they say it should feel effortless. It's hard work to not work so hard in these poses. Just feel it out, couple more breaths. We've got to make up for Lost Warrior 2s with you, Casey. I don't know if I've taught you a Warrior 2 yet. Yeah, and it's over. Come to plank pose. Right, pause and plank. Shall we go down to our forearms? So try to put more weight in your hands than there are in your elbows. Lift your right foot up. Externally rotate the right leg. And then tack your inner right knee to the outer right shoulder. Yikes. Step the right foot to the back of your mat. Hover the left leg. So without your hips moving, rotate that left leg bone externally inside of that left hip socket. And you're going to pin your inner left knee to the outer left tricep. So think about pulling your left sitting bone back as your left knee goes forward. There it is. You feel your core work there? Yeah. Step your left foot back. 5 breaths. Yeah. This is the sweet spot where you really over this. You want to come out so bad, you just grind it out. All right, plank position. Pull your hips back, downward facing dog, exhale. Step your right foot to the front, please. Turn the back heel into the floor. Take your right hand inside of your right foot. Yeah, left arm goes up towards the ceiling. So if you need a block under that right hand, more than welcome to raise the floor up with a block. Let's get light on the block. Let's come up to your fingertips on the block. Yeah. So your right greater trochanter. Right hip pulls towards the back foot. Yeah. And spin the navel spin the ribs up. Try to turn your collarbones up towards the ceiling. It's almost like you could just lay the back of your spine right on top of your front leg. As crazy as that might sound. You sort of got to use your imagination with that one. But we want to use our imagination, rather than our imagination using us like it does most of the time. As you firm your legs a little more, let that lift you up to Warrior Two. Just come all the way up. There you go. Straighten your front leg. Bump your back foot in just a drop. Right? So compact your right waist. Really fire up your right obliques. Right? And then pull your right hip back as you reach your right arm forward. Right hand goes down, left arm goes up, Trikonasana. And keep lift the bottom waist up into the top waist so that top waist stays nice and flush so we don't collapse in the lumbar. Yes. And the back foot can be used to create some length through the spine. Your back foot is pushing your spine longer. Top hand is going to internally rotate and fall behind your low back and towards the right front pocket. And then the waistband cinches in. Do or do not reach your right arm forward. Just keep the right arm how it is. Reverse your triangle. Inhale, come on, up and over. Yawn that right rib cage open. And then exhale, windmill the hands to the mat, step to plank, choose the direction that you'd like to head to from there. We'll meet up in the downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Pivot the back heel in, heel to heel or front heel to back arch, your call. Left hand slides inside the left leg, getting light on the left fingertips, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. So the skin of your left hip pulls towards the right heel. And still, maintaining the lift of the frontal hip points. Those frontal hip points fly to the front ribs drop to the frontal hip points. You can press the arm into the leg into the arm. And just feed the pose with the breath. Relax, breathing in and out through the nose. Right. Can you drop your hips a little lower? There you go. And push your feet down to stand up to Warrior Two. You just sit in this fire just for another breath. Straighten your front leg. Back foot can bump in a hair. Right. And pull your left sitting bone behind your right sitting bone as you reach forward, left hand down to a surface. Right arm up. Wherever your left hand is, let it get light. So we use this strength in the legs. Right. Keep taking that left outer hip back. Pull your front ribs into the back body and then stretch your chest apart. Pull the arms apart. Top arm internally rotates. It's the Chaturanga undoer. That right hand falls towards the left front pocket. Right? Don't lose the front ribs as you reach the left arm forward. Nice. Keeping the front arm. Inhale, reverse this. Find space between each little riblet on that left side. And the tailbone can turn towards the front foot now. And on your exhale, hands to the mat, step to plank, however you like to get to the down dog. Bend your knees, look to the front, walk or jump up there. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we fold. All right, inhale, stand all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, pull it into the heart. Right. So we got two blocks out in front of you. Right? You're going to place your fingertips on those 2 blocks. 2 blocks are going to be on the highest level. Right? Yeah, if you need to walk, you can walk those blocks back so your hands are under your shoulders. Right? Keep the right foot planted, and we're going to go to Warrior 3 with blocks today. You're going to shoot your left leg back behind you. Right? So if you can imagine, I've got like my 5th cup of hot coffee on Casey's sacrum, and it doesn't fall off to either side. Right? Left knee points straight down, left toes point straight down. Yeah. And start to take weight out of your hands and put it in your right heel. Nice. So your left hand is going to come to the left hip. Now, gripping your right hip into the left, let that lift the left hip up into half moon pose. So right hip grips to the left, you're going to turn open into the half moon. Top leg parallel to the floor. Yeah, breathe some length into the bottom waist as you lift up through your top lung. And then try it out. Take weight out of the bottom hand, put it into your bottom foot. Right, so here's the fun part. Bring your right hand down to the block. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Right, now start to turn your left hip down. We're going to go back to Warrior 3. Start to turn your chest to face the floor. Bring your right hand to your right hip. And stand up. Bring your feet together. Good times. All right, let's do the other side. All right, so let's bring your hands to the blocks. Plant the left foot. Reach the right foot back. Yeah, so hit the eject button on that right leg. Right leg shoots long. Right. Ground into the 4 corners of your left foot evenly. Yeah. Containing the front ribs, lifting the low belly. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Right. And squeeze, hug the left hip to the right as you lift the right hip up and turn your chest to the half moon position, Ardha Chandrasana. Yeah. So hugging into the pelvic floor, right? Pulling all this energy into the floor of your pelvis, and that's going to rebound out, north, south, east, west. So the more you hug in, the more you go out. Optional lighten the load on the left hand. Yeah. Right hand, right hip. Left hand, go to the block. You're going to start to make your way back to Warrior 3. Turning the hips square to the mat, torso parallel to the mat. Hands to your hips, both of them. Pull yourself apart from the middle. And stand up, bring your feet together. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look forward. Plant the hand, step or jump back through your Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. So inhale, lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee, roll your right hip open. And on your exhale, bring your right knee high up your right arm. Shoulders over your wrist. Turn your heart forward. There it is. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Bend your knee, roll your hip open. Yeah. On your exhale, bring your right knee high up the right arm. Look forward. This time, bend your arms if you want. 3-legged dog. Inhale, lift up, go back. Bend your right knee, roll your right hip open. Right. Here's the option to take flight this time. So on your exhale, inner right knee, outer right arm. Squeeze it on there. Look forward. Maybe bend your arms. Maybe go forward so much that back foot lifts up. So nice. Lift that up. There it is. Step back, jump back, however you like to get to down dog. I don't like that pose. Right. So lift your left leg up. Try to keep down dog in your arms and shoulders as you roll the left hip open, bend the left knee. So you get a nice little hip flexor release. Our hip flexors need to be open and strong for this arm balance. So as you exhale, bring the inner left knee, outer left arm. Yep. Lift the front body up, go back, inhale, roll the left hip open, bend the left knee. Yep. And on your exhale, clip the left knee high up the left shoulder, maybe bend the arms for Chaturanga. Three-legged dog, inhale. Roll it open. Yep. And on your exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Look forward. Think up as you bend the arms. Maybe the back foot comes up. And then merge your legs together to get out of there. Nice job. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Place your knees down. Yep. Sit behind the feet. You're sweating.
It's hot.
All right. So we're going to come to reverse tabletop. Planting the feet, planting the hands behind the hips about 6 or 8 inches. And bring your hips forward and up. Creating this plateau. All right, trying to get those the pubic bone as high as part of the pose. It's like you're chest bumping the ceiling, like we do in basketball when you make a good play, like chest bump. Boom. Casey doesn't do that. Come on down. Lie down on your back. So you can set up the feet for the bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. See if you can take your fingers and scrape the backs of your ankles with them. And pull your knees forward to lift your hips up. Knees go forward to lift the hips. So find the engine to your back bend, the hamstring muscles. Tether those hamstrings to the sit bones. Just nice engagement at the gluteal fold. Buckle the frontal hip points together. And just let this pose undo the years and years of sitting in a seat. You can reach your arms back if you want. You're pulling your knees and your hands apart. It's over. Place the hips down. Let's hug your right knee into the chest and reach your left leg forward. We're going to take a gentle, healthy twist across your body to the left. And so your hips will scooch back as you twist to the left. Okay, you can let it become passive. Let's close this side off with a ginormous breath in. A little suspension at the peak. And a sigh of relief at the mouth. Come through the middle. Left knee hugs in. Right leg reaches forward. And you can shimmy the hips back to the left as you twist across your body to the right. Top hip pulls down towards the bottom foot. Direct the breath into the backs of your lungs, the backs of your ribs, and just soften into the twist. Full breath in to finish this side. Open your mouth, let it go. Yeah, unravel yourself. Hug the knees in. Let's rock all the way up to a seat. So first option's Sukhasan, the easy pose. So you're going to cross your shin bones instead of crossing the ankles. Your heels are going to be far away from your pelvis, farther than they normally would. So you're crossing the shins. You know, plenty of people will get plenty of benefits from doing this pose like this. If you want, you can stack the shins up for Agni Stambhasana, the double pigeon, also known as the fire log pose. Keeping the sitting bones grounded. If it's easy for you to sit up in this position, you can fold forward. If it's hard for you to sit up in this position, you can slide a pillow, a bolster under your seat and just work sitting straight up. Yeah, and if you're folding forward, you're going to keep those sitting bones anchoring back as you let your head drop. Sometimes a block can be nice to slide under the forehead if your forehead isn't resting on a surface. That will just give all those muscles in your upper back a chance to release. They do a lot of work for you all day long to keep that head up. And soften the outer shell. Stillness is your objective. And lift your head up first. Let's come all the way up. And we'll start to switch sides. So you untangle the legs. Any countering movements that you like to take in between sides, your choice. We're going to sneak right into the second side. So you can either cross the shins, the easy pose. Right? If it feels appropriate in your body to stack the shins up, double pigeon. We shouldn't feel any discomfort in the knees in this pose. If that's the case, come on out. You can take another variation, pigeon pose, figure four on your back. There's really a whole buffet of hip openers that you can choose from. Just settle into your variation. Try to set yourself up so you don't have to fidget and move around. You just get really still and let that stillness, transcend right into the mind. Use your hands, walk yourself all the way back up. Undo the legs. And let's find Paschimottanasana, the seated forward fold, legs straight out ahead of you. You can lift your arms up. Use your inhale to get taller. And then reach your chin forward to fold over yourself. Let the head drop. Let this pose bring your awareness inside of your body to prepare you for what's to follow. The corpse pose. So you can sit up just to lie back. You can sprawl out, legs roll out, palms roll open. Eyes closed. You just drop right into the stillness and allow this stillness to sort of act like a medicine to repair, re-nourish, revitalize every single cell in your system. Just let your next in-breath fill out to the perimeter of your lungs. And let it go with a sigh. There's no rush to bend your legs one at a time. Let your knees just fall into your torso as you roll off to either side. Resisting any effort to contract as you find a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel the effects. Please bow to yourself, drop the head. And lift your head, open your eyes. Namaste.